Okay, so bear with me one second here, folks. We are getting a few things ready. Bear with me one second here. I had the stream pulled up and then I lost it. So let's go ahead here and see if it's back up. Okay. Bear with me one second here. Okay, is this my live? I'm just going to tweet this out. Okay, hold on. Alright, bear with me 1 second, folks. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that, Rory. Alright, just gotta tweet this out and we're gonna get rolling. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna look at the. Okay, I'm looking at the chats. Looks like we got some bulls in here, some bears in here. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me. Looks like we got it's about 6 people watching here. All right, 8 people. We are going to just roll with that. Okay, now the chat is starting to trickle in on my feed. I am using application called Streamlabs, and there is like a 30-second delay. So, I will be looking for your comments. As you guys can see in the ticker here, the markets are a wreck. Everything is just wild and nasty right now. So bear with me 1 second. We're just gonna wait for a couple more seconds before we really dive into things. I'm looking at something that is just nasty. So we've got crypto bubbles, folks, and ouch, ouch, ouch. FTT 90% loss in like a day. And I think I'm going to really kind of start talking about the whole circle jerk / revolving wheel scam that FTX had. I've been thinking about how to best describe it over the last few days. Solana, of course, I don't know if they'll ever be able to repair the reputation when it comes to Solana, especially if they are so deep in bed with Alameda Research, Sam Bankman, and FTX. I mean, some of the stuff that was done on behalf of Solana is pretty heavy. We got some real nasty price tags on a lot of this stuff, and I'm seeing some CKB fam. I'm seeing some CKB fam in here. I love you guys. And I'm just seeing the comments now. So FTX got what they deserved for what they did to ICP. Not only for what they did to ICP, but what they did to Axie Infinity and Ronin Network, where they completely bombed their token launch. If you're familiar with Binance, FTX and Sam Bankman back in 2019, they started to attack Binance and try to liquidate Binance back in 2019. And there's been several cases of FTX and Sam Bankman since 2019 where that has happened. In addition, you start thinking about what was Sam Bankman actually doing? And another reason that they deserved this was that they were trying to push this crooked legislation. So right now we could pick up our phones or whatever and peer-to-peer send some crypto. In fact, I did this with a friend a few weeks ago who needed some money. And Sam Bankman wanted to make that simple, honest transaction illegal. And what they wanted to do was run all these peer-to-peer transactions through exchanges like Binance and FTX. FTX knew that they would benefit. How many peer-to-peer transactions happen a day? And you just have to wonder, now that would be kind of forced, at least from U.S. regulation standpoint. They'd be forced to really conduct those transactions. They'd be forced to conduct those transactions on FTX, and FTX knew that you could charge some sort of fee attached to that. So they were planning on making money hand over fist with that crooked legislation and stuff like that. So, I mean, obviously, we don't want to let tyranny prosper in the crypto markets. And we have to think about it this way, folks. Sam Bankman played stupid games and he won the grand stupid prize. At the end of the day, he's trying to destroy Binance and all these others. In addition to all this stuff, folks, what I just learned over the last few days was, if you're a fan of Casper or Aptos, FTX attacked those cryptocurrencies as well. So I'm still looking into that, and we're going to kick it off. Looks like we got a good crowd in here, 15 people tonight. Let me know in the comments. Let's see here. There's a lot of comments here. Should have gone down 99. Yeah, I agree, Justin. Yep. I mean, one simple offense like that burns the trust. And like I said, after I did all that research on FTX and what they did to the ICP token launch back in April, I started booming it out. And when I started covering ICP, I got a lot of flack for that. But truth is out now. We got Crypto Airborne in the house. Happy Rash Cream Day. Oh, Crypto Airborne, the last time you were over here, you forgot this, bro. There you go. This is Crypto Airborne. He forgot it at my house the last time he was here. So with that said, how will FTX help Voyager out of Chapter 11 now? The simple answer is they're not going to. It's going to possibly go out for rebid, would be my guess. There's no way the bankruptcy judge would allow FTX at this point in time to acquire Voyager. And we'll cover CKB here in just a second. But at the end of the day, folks, when it comes down to FTX and what they were possibly doing with this whole Voyager thing is, I've got some information. I think that they were responsible for the Three Arrows collapse, the Voyager collapse. I think they were responsible for Celsius and Luna as well. I need time to put the pieces together. But this is just one of these things where, when it comes down to it, FTX really had this system down where if there was some sort of entity like Voyager or something in trouble, they would kind of offer this olive branch. And basically what they would get in return, is copies of the company's financials. Like for Voyager, FTX probably knew exactly where Voyager kept all their money. And so FTX was able to kill off Three Arrows Capital effectively. Same thing with like Celsius. But the thing with the thing that chaps me the most about this whole FTX situation, folks, is that Sam Bankman had a money printer. He had the fountain of youth at his control, and when it came down to it, he was able to secure large loans through large banks and stuff like that. And what they were doing is FTX would turn around and print a whole shitload of FTT tokens. And then what they would do is they would transfer them over to Alameda Research. And so then Alameda Research would go to the banks and say, hey, we need like a $10 billion loan or $2 billion loan or whatever the amount is. We've got all this FTT, which was really a illiquid, printed out of thin air FTT, but just enough to show the bank that, hey, we've got some collateral. And what I've learned in the crypto lending industry at that scale is that when you get these exchanges and companies like Alameda Research offering up their crypto as actual collateral, we will get that collateral valued at 50%. So then Alameda would get the loan. Once that money came in, they would hand it over to FTX or whatever, and they would do business that way. And so it was just this little flywheel system that they had. And Solana was another reason why Solana never dropped or anything like that, is because Solana was so in bed with FTX and Alameda Research from the beginning, because we saw Solana partner with Alameda and FTX to build the Serum Exchange and things like that. So there was a lot of collateral from Solana given to Alameda Research and FTX. And so that's why I think that Solana is going to have a hard time clearing its name, simply because the technology sucks. It breaks down frequently and stuff like that. Let's see, we got some comments here. Ro Paul just said he thinks Binance is actually a front for a sovereign actor. He was trying to say something without actually saying something. You know, who knows? It wouldn't surprise me. Anything's possible. Who am I to say that he's not? At this point in the game, everything's so sideways. Yeah, FTX had an unhealthy amount of publicity, and I've often said this about Solana and like FTX. The marketing arm of Solana was probably worth more than the actual technology that's behind it, because they did a tremendous job at marketing. Let's dive into the charts here now that we got some peeps in the chats. And you guys can see we had this screen up just a few seconds ago. FTT down 90, Solana 50. Is there any green? OKB? I thought that was CKB for a second. 12.2%? What? They must be printing their own money like FTX. Long story short, the entire crypto market, I don't think I've ever seen it this red. It's crazy madness. Show me your cryptocurrencies in the chat. Luna is green. What was it? All right. So what do we got here? Let's just start off with some CKB, because I know there's a lot of people here, and really, folks, I've been trying to do more CKB videos and things like that. With my schedule, it's very hard. I've got a lot going on. So we got CKB. So this is the Bittrex chart. So this is an old chart. Let's just do something else here. Actually, I got this going right here. We got the one and only CKB, baby. Safe moon to the moon. Okay, I don't know about that. Let's see. Luna up 3% after Doge went 70 cents to the market to this also. Yeah. Not popular probably, but NEAR, you know what? I like NEAR. And when I pay attention to who's building on what the actual activity is on certain projects, one thing I look at is a GitHub repository, because there are certain companies that will track activity, new lines of code being added, new developers hopping on and committing to projects. And NEAR has been a very busy project, so they've got a lot of building going on with NEAR as far as I can tell. We'll look them up. So the last TA that I did on CKB was maybe a week ago, and I was drawing up this Fibonacci chart, as you guys can see, and I do remember saying if shit hits the fan, we're looking at about 0.002539. So let's look at CKB on a weekly, and then what we're going to kind of do is just zoom in. All right. So right now, when we look at the weekly chart, people are selling the CKB. However, people are buying the dip this week on CKB, and it's wicking right down to this 127. And man, I mean, let's just clear the charts. On the weekly, CKB is very far away from this Ichimoku cloud. That is one thing that I'm always kind of looking for in respect to where price is, when a time to buy the knife, comes about. But right now, we have definitely this ABC DE corrective wave that is very, very transparent on these charts, folks. I mean, there's no doubt that's an ABCDE corrective wave, not financial or trading advice, right? So I do think that right now CKB is just in this position, and I do think that when I look at these charts and I try to do my best job forward thinking, where's this price going to go? The best practice anybody could ever have when it comes to trading and things like that is to try to forward think patterns, things like that. A lot of times you'll see these patterns kind of fall into place. And I'm going to be honest with you, without this FTX situation arising, I think we would have hit some more of these lower levels that people just are not talking about. The last few weeks, we were kind of all under the impression and a feeling that, hey, maybe we're hovering around the bottom, right? Who knows? But it is one of these things. FTX happened. It could accelerate the pain and suffering, get us to the end of this bear market a little bit faster. But right now, I'm going to be watching to see if CKB perhaps goes into this falling wedge pattern. Quite possibly could. This is an impressive wick, but this is a weekly chart, so we might not see this thing turn around till March, February. Let's look at this on a daily chart. And then, right now, price, it's far from the Ichimoku cloud. So I would think that we may possibly flag out here into some sort of pattern like this, or maybe even catch some sort of a descending triangle and see price bounce. But I don't think crypto is going to move much, probably for like the next 3 weeks. I think we might just kind of trade sideways. Donkey, 34 million. Okay, so that unlocks 4 hours, 30 minutes. Okay, right on. I'm going to go back another. Keep showing me your crypto that you want me to check out. This chat is lit. Love you guys. Thanks for spending the night with me. Let's go to NEAR. I wasn't gonna do a live tonight. You know what, guys? I had to do this meeting, and so it was an awesome meeting. And then I was like, well, I've got my set fired up, so I might as well just go ahead and Throw that up. Yeah, could be dumped. It very well could be. It very well could be, depending on when they got in, how long things have been locked up for. NEAR protocol, like I said earlier, I've been eyeing this one. I don't own any of it. It's one of those cryptos that I have been seeing a lot of developer activity on, though, in this bear market. So, I mean, I'm trying to really look at this possible head and shoulders pattern. So NEAR, I mean, when we got this up on the daily chart, I mean, it just is what it is. There could be this pronounced falling wedge pattern, folks, and I think that there's a chance. You know, we could see the markets skirt into this falling wedge till like December, February, something like that. See what we got here. I appreciate that, Maurice. Let's see here. Let's take a peek at Bitcoin while we're here. So Bitcoin, this is an interesting thing with Bitcoin right now. And I was talking to an associate about Bitcoin earlier tonight. And we were kind of bouncing a few things off each other. If you guys can see this on this daily chart, when we throw up a... yeah, thanks for stopping by, Benjamin. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support, brother. When we look at Bitcoin, really, what we're seeing here is this massive support that we've had for so long since like June at this 141% level, folks. And when we look at this massive support that was just absolutely crushed, really what ended up happening was there was this descending triangle or symmetrical triangle squeeze that has now broken off. So my guess on Bitcoin right now is if things get bad and we lose energy, we might see a $10,709-ish Bitcoin. Again, this is not financial or trading advice, but it could happen. And let's look at Bitcoin on like a 12-hour chart. And so right now, price action, we're going to need to go to like a 4-hour chart. Damn. You can kind of see the symmetrical triangle kind of forming. So what I'm looking for right now with Bitcoin is for a rally maybe to like 18,000. And if it rejects at that 18,000-ish level and it breaks this $15,500 level again, I do think that this $10,000 level is definitely on the books. Bitcoin to 3,300, man, I would love that. I really would. Unfortunately, a lot of people are going to get wrecked at that level. But let's just look at that. The next leg down from 10K is 5,200. So we're getting in that neighborhood. Wouldn't surprise me. We never thought FTX would go down, right? But it did. Let's see what we got here. I want to show you guys something. And bear with me 1 second here. The total crypto market cap. So I've been talking about, since August 30th, I have been talking about the potential for this harmonic pattern to kind of show up. I thought we might see it in a form of a falling wedge, but this location D is where I thought the total crypto market cap would go to. This was well before any of this FTX nonsense was involved. But I do think, like I said, I do think that these prices would have eventually gotten to the point that we're at right now. This whole FTX thing accelerated it. That's my thoughts on this whole situation right now. Let's see. 50K spaced on that one. Let's see before the okay. I'm looking through the chats, folks. The key is if I buy now, you will see 10,000. Yeah, Robert, man, story of my life. Um, I bought 200 Bitcoin back when it was $6, way back then. And you know what? I sold it. I sold it for like $7, and I made like $400. And I'm just going like, oh, hindsight, it kills me. It does. But young, broke college kid, I needed the cash, right? I spent it on disposable things like beer, pizza, shit like that. Here's ICP. I'm going to go ahead and just clear this so we're fresh as a daisy on ICP. ICP, folks, oh, man. This has just been this ride. And you know what? Since I got the charts pulled up, earlier I was kind of talking to everybody about some of FTX's nonsense and shenanigans. And let me just show you guys, since we got the charts pulled up, what's going on. So when people look at the Internet Computer charts, this is the spot chart. So this is what they see. This is a KuCoin chart. KuCoin plugged into ICP, the second of launch. And what you don't see behind the scenes is this FTX. Bear with me. Let me move this. Is this FTX perpetual futures chart. And this is where FTX is getting into some trouble. And I do think that they are going to face some legal consequences for market manipulation and things like that if the regulators can find some way to tag that foreign company. But Internet Computer was supposed to launch at a price of like $80, somewhere in there. And you can see that the FTX exchange went ahead and, bear with me, you can see that the FTX exchange, perpetual futures, went ahead and they launched perpetual futures trading 5 days early before Internet Computer launched. So with that said, FTX pumped this price in about 3 days from like $90, that's what they started it off at, up to over $400 a coin. And you have to, see this white line here? This is the day of the launch. And so you can see how FTX pumped the coin to the heavens. And then they released it right as it went live to all the public. And then Internet Computer basically got hammered by FTX with shorts and stuff like that. It's an unfortunate thing. I'm glad FTX and the perpetual futures trading arm hopefully will be dissolved and gone because FTX had a very a tight grip on ICP. We're going to do some TA on ICP here in just a second. People are asking for price targets. Don't sleep on Crow for too long. Wouldn't surprise me if they dumped Sam Bankman tokens also. Probably. Yeah, probably. I like Crypto.com. I think they're quiet, really quiet. They don't get involved with all this drama. They just kind of do their own thing. And they're just happy. It seems like. I'm not out here to give you guys like any financial or trading advice or tell you what exchange to use. 6 months ago, if you would have asked me if Voyager exchange is a good exchange to use, I would have said yes. Obviously, we know it's a terrible exchange. What the thing Internet Computer has going for it, I mean, you could make the argument that the bottom is starting to kind of tighten up here. We'll just see what happens. I like to really look at this on a weekly chart. And this is in kind of a very similar situation. as like a lot of these cryptocurrencies, or NEAR for that matter. People are buying this dip. We can see that this thing is dipping down to $3.54, and people are buying this dip right back up to the previous all-time lows. So you can see this red dotted line. That's where the price action is now. So I would think that within, let's move over to a daily chart. Man, oh man. Man, oh man, this daily chart's showing me some different data. Price action is too far from this Ichimoku cloud right now. Let's go ahead and just throw up a little Fibonacci. I need some guidance, and it's always tough to really try to figure out where price is going, things like that, when we have these unique circumstances like FTX and things like that going on. So for right now, when I threw up this Fibonacci retracement, we can see how well price action, folks, played within this retracement. Respected the 50, respected the 786, again, respected the 100% level a few times. So it would be my belief that, right now, price action too far from the Ichimoku cloud. Maybe we'll get a little bit of sideways trading. If we start to see this flag pattern or pennant pattern kind of fold out, we may just see this thing bounce around and come down to this $3.19 level. Otherwise, we could see, if the markets turn around, $4.60. That's kind of, we're in between these two numbers, as you guys can see. That's where we're at. It's 50-50. 50-50. So it's going to be... somebody says 6-year D be in the top 1%. Damn. I'll take that as a compliment, huh? How about that? Oh, boy. What else do we got here? I think we're going to see some sideways trading. The sell-off has happened. Over the next few days, maybe week, we may see some sideways action. What else do we got, guys? Otherwise, I will wrap this live stream up. We've been rolling for a half skis. Let's see here. Let me know in the comments section what you guys got. Let's see here. Bear with me 1 second, folks. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Never mind. I was going to open up something on Twitter. CPI in the AM. Interesting. Peep Adam. All right. Let's peep Adam. We got Adam. I like Cosmos, man. I like it. And I know some people that are really bullish on Cosmos. Strika, if you're out there, love you, brother. He is very bullish on Cosmos. Rob Rushing, FTX ain't buying out squat at this point in time. There's no way bankruptcy judge would allow anything to continue forward. Absolutely not. My guess is that if they cannot find an exchange to acquire it, man, Voyager's a hot mess. They may just go ahead and liquidate everything and give people cash back. That's probably what the judge will order. FTX is not. No, I strongly believe FTX won't finish that. Yeah, rebids. Yeah, it is what it is. But let's look at Adam here. Time will tell. And I did see one of my friends, Jordan Mack. He is a senior software engineer for Nervos Network. And he made a nice statement tonight, folks, and he was kind of saying how when you look at the Mount Gox collapse, I mean, shit, that happened in 2014. They're still dealing with that today. There's going to be some crazy stuff going on. So right now, it would be nice if any guidance could come for Voyager. My heart goes out to everyone impacted for all, this FTX. We're seeing a lot of users impacted in the Voyager situation. Damn, like, fuck. That is what it is. So with Atom, price, in my opinion, way too far from this Ichimoku cloud on this 4-hour chart. I think we're seeing some sort of symmetrical triangle. This could rip back up to this $11.47 level. Again, there's a lot of other factors going on right now with the markets. We got Solana, with all that capital and stuff, coins being delivered to the market. Bear with me 1 second. One thing I'm noticing here. Atom looks so good. It really did look so good. There was this gigantic possible cup and handle that had formed. Oh my gosh, bear with me 1 second, guys. I apologize. My goodness, I may have to end the stream here pretty quick. Atom was looking really good. In fact, it was looking so good. I do think that there was this phenomenal cup and handle that could have quite possibly been forming. There was a very nice symmetrical triangle style formation that could have also been forming. I'm bullish on Atom. I mean, I've seen a lot of development happening through some off-chain metrics and stuff like that on Atom. But where is it going now? It's a toughie with all this stuff. Sorry, guys, I'm fighting this bug. If it looks like price came down, tagged the 61.8, $9.85. It looked like it dipped below the 61.8, but rebounded. If Atom rebounds, look for like $11.20, somewhere in there. If you start to see this thing cook into the downside, $9.89 or the 786. A lot of people will buy the 786. $7.94. So yeah, watch those numbers on Atom. Haven't heard of Coinbase being in trouble. I hope it's not in trouble. Jeez Louise, you guys are killing me in the chat here. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Please talk to ICP. What do you mean? But I think I'm going to wrap it up. Like, I'm starting to like lose my voice and stuff like that. I've been sick like the last 3 or 4 days. So it just has been, it is what it is. So thank you guys for being here with me tonight. Let me know in the comments section if you guys want me to do more of these live streams. Hit that like button if you guys want me to do more live streams. I'm certainly open to it, and maybe we could just dive into like whatever crypto ecosystem you guys want to. I'm game. I like all cryptocurrencies. I think we're all in it together as long as everybody is honest and has good ethical intentions, unlike FTX and stuff like that. Looks like Belly's Full says all that is centralized is in trouble. I agree. But with that said, folks, I love you all. Have a good night. Thanks for being with me. Um, it's always nice to kind of rally the troops together during times like these. I think a lot of people, including myself, we go through these crazy mood swings, we go through these crazy emotions, and it's good to just show up and start typing away or chatting away or whatever. It's therapeutic for myself included. Um, it is what it is. So let me know in the comments. Hit that smash. Hit that. I gotta go to bed. I'm saying hit the smash button.